So y'all, really what I was trying to do was make a door sign for my sister's classroom, but it turned out a little bit differently. So I found this palette at the Dollar Tree, and then I found this palette on Amazon, the wooden palette. I want to use the paint circle colors on the wood palette instead of the plastic one. So your girl went through hell trying to pluck out those paint colors and put them on the wood palette. Now, it's not easy because I was cracking some of them. The reason why I wanted to use those, I didn't want like the messy paint look. I wanted them to be like perfect circles. Now, I did think ahead this time and put Mod Podge on the circles because I know once that resin hit those circles, the color was going to start bleeding. I also found these paint brushes at the Dollar Tree. I don't know if I mentioned she is an art teacher, so that's why I use the paint brushes in the palette. I don't have a video of when I pour resin. The goal was for me to pour a little bit of resin so I can make a thin circle board, but I end up pouring too much of resin and that sucker ended up being super duper heavy. And I was kind of pissed off because my mold was kind of bent. Like I thought the bottom would be more circular, but it didn't end up turning out circular. I think I should have filled it all the way up for like a different type of project and not for something like this. So when I started sanding the sides down, I was like, oh Lord, this thing is not circular. But you know what? It's for an artist. So, I mean, what's the big deal? It's going to be unique, and that's the good thing about it, right? I used my Cricut and I cut out her name, and I also cut out like a silhouette of a female painting a canvas. I'm going to tell you, if you are a crafter or like to do DIYs, get a freaking Cameo or Cricut. I use that thing for everything. I don't care if it's for clothes or anything I'm crafting. I use it. I was fussing with my other sister because she was like, Monica, you should have put Miss MS instead of MRS. You put that with the last name. I'm like, well, she's married. Well, it don't matter. So we had a whole conversation about it. So leave a comment and tell me what I should have put if I'm using her first name, Miss or Miss. I didn't even Google it or to look it up. Before I tell y'all in this video, what y'all think I did with this thing? Because you know it's too goddamn heavy to hang on the door. Because anything you hang in the classroom on those doors, you got to use like one of those little, like a command strip or something like that. And I ain't trying to break nothing or break nobody or hurt nobody. So I made this bad boy out of a tray. So I went in my she shed and I was digging around because I have so many handles and different drawer pulls and stuff like that. I tried to find a perfect handle to use. And let me tell y'all, it's something I've learned about when you putting these drawer pulls on stuff, anything, even if it's on a drawer or a cabinet, you better make sure you mark it right. Because I have drilled so many holes and messed up things because I've marked a hole too high or too low. So you really got to try to use a ruler. You think you could just mark it because I usually just like, oh, okay, I'm just going to mark it. You better pull that ruler out because you will if this one. So y'all, when I started putting those handles on there, I was like, oh my God, this is so freaking cute. My sister not going to want to put nothing on this. So I was just thinking like, what could she put on there? You know, you have all kind of little organizers that you could sit on top of, or you could use it as a turn-in station or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a teacher, but I just thought it was super cute. And I was worried about the screws on the bottom of it for the drawer pulls, but honestly, it works out perfectly the way it sits up from the surface. Now, I would have loved this hanging from the door, but I think it's just too heavy for a command strip. So I'll just do her another one made out of wood and paint it and come up with something.